This is the Raising Carter podcast live, and this episode is about how do you tell your son he's not good at something, or even should you tell him if he's not good at something. And I got this idea from this Reddit post right here. the The title kind of explains my dilemma. My 15-year-old son has always had the dream to be a performer. He loves being on stage and performing. He loves to sing and act. He has always tried to we have always tried to encourage him to follow his dreams and to do what he loves. I feel like the encouragement and the support that I've given him might have not been the best. He's 15, and when anyone asks him about his future, his answer is always the same. I'm going to be an actor slash singer. The problem is he isn't any good at either one. I've enrolled him in acting classes and camps, taken him to auditions, done voice lessons, music classes, but he just isn't good. I've tried to encourage him to find other things that he might enjoy, but he is dead set on acting. How do I let him know that he sucks without crushing him? Well, sir, what do you think, Carter? What do you think that he should what do you think he should do?
Okay, so first of all, I am not gonna just start pointing fingers right at the dad. I'm just gonna say, maybe instead of like saying, "How about you try this? How about you try this?" Not pushing him, like forcing him into this stuff. Like
But he loves it. This is what he wants to do.
this, try to make him find stuff that he might like. That's not this singing and acting, because who knows, he could become a singer and actress, but he might not do that good. So it's best to say to your son, hey, just in case you might not make it, how about you have a backup? So it's important to help him find other stuff to do that's not this, in to this case, singing or acting.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a nice way of putting it. Trying to help him. That's what his dad said. He tried to tell him to do other stuff, but he didn't. He's dead set on singing and acting. So should he even tell him at all? Or I think the question is that are you tired of him doing this stuff? Because he's only 15. So he might not be good right now, but maybe when he's 21, he could be better. So the the question is, are you tired of it? And if you say you're tired of it, who cares? It's not your life. It's not your life. I don't believe in stealing some kid's dream. You know what I mean? So the question is that you need to ask yourself, is it because you're tired of it? Because you think he sucks? Because he might grow up to be a good songwriter or music producer. So or movie director or screen, writer. So just because he's 15 and you've done all this stuff that you think is enough, still not enough. It's still not your life. You still need to support him, and he's anywhere it goes, he's got to find out himself. What do you think?
Yeah, like, for example, do you think some NBA players that made into the Hall of Fame, Lillard, well, do you think Giannis, he always wanted to play basketball? No, he wanted to play soccer. But look at him now. He's one of the best basketball players ever. he wanted to play soccer. He still has a love for soccer. He still has a love for soccer. He's just not playing it. Now there have been some times where Giannis has been playing both. Giannis still has a love for soccer that will never go away, but he's playing basketball. So this like that post that we saw. Your son, this don't push him into this. He might also grow a love for something else. He
So you should let him grow a love for something else on his own,
yeah.
not you trying to uh, force him into do it. Let him grow a love for himself on his own. You brought up a good point. You said, what about LeBron James and his son? Because that's a big story in the news. That's what everybody's talking about. LeBron James and his son, that Bronny James should not be entering the NBA. He's not ready, and he's doing it because his dad wants to play with him. In that case, I think that he should stay in school. And I'm not sure he's doing it because he wants to do it or he's doing it because his dad wants him to do it. What do you think? Do you think look, that's like this? People don't think he's ready to play in the NBA, but he's entering the NBA draft and he might not get picked by anybody.
I think that he should keep trying because he already
He should
started.
keep trying this year, or should he? It's too late now. He's already.
Yeah, he already started. So what's the point of this thing? Dad, I don't want to play anymore. But what about LeBron James' other son? Now he's someone that we should focus on.
Why should we focus on him?
He's 6'6" in high school.
Honestly, they say he's better than his brother.
Because he is. He's 6'6" in high school. I don't know what grade he's in.
But do you think so? You saying Bronny James should just he's go for it?
Keep trying.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
But here's the thing. He did get a really high overall. So he's definitely trying. So it can't be this his dad saying, come on, join the NBA, join the NBA. He's trying. He's getting high verticals. His
Yeah.
3-point rating is really good. It's already in 2K. So what's the point of him stopping? We can clearly see if you play or watched or if you've heard in the YouTube shorts about Bronny Jr., you know that he is this trying his best. So it can't just be his dad saying, come on, join the NBA. It's also him saying that he wants to join the NBA. So let me get back on track. It's important for you and your son to both want each other, to both want him to do this stuff. Like Bronny Jr., he wants to join the NBA. LeBron James also wants him to join the NBA. So that's something that should be there.
Yeah, I think I believe LeBron is a good dad, is a great dad. I think they sat down and talked about it and was like, okay, is this really what you want to do? And he's like, yeah, I wanna play in the NBA. So I think, but you have in the case of the post, you have to, dads, you have to really, if you don't think your son's good at something, that's you. That's fine. That's you. You might be right, you might be wrong. But you have to really sit down with your son and ask him, is this what he really wants to do? Because that happened in my life. That happened with your older brother. He played basketball, and I didn't really think he was good, but he wasn't good enough to play like varsity basketball and stuff like that. But he was doing other he was kind of messing around. He told me, "Oh, Dad, I wanna start doing music." Now look at him now.
He's a great music producer. I just want to say this. almost every single cartoon that you guys see, which I don't know if you can find it, he did that stuff. The music video that we have out, go listen to that. Dad, can you put that in the link? He made that stuff. He made the beat. So I just want to say, he it's important for fathers and sons to listen to their son. They can't just go walking off and saying, "Oh, you're gonna play basketball. I don't care if you want to play soccer or anything." They have to listen. You can't be always maybe 5 or 6. Maybe you can tell them what they should play. But at 28,
No.
you cannot tell them what they want to do. So what? Let's take this for example. LeBron James has a kid, Bronny Jr. He doesn't want to play basketball, but he grows up to be like an adult and anything. He's still saying you're going to play basketball. But for example, he wants to play in the MLB. He can decide if he wants to play in the MLB. It can't just be his dad saying.
No, well, yeah, no, he's grown by then. But whether your son is 7, 8 years old, or 15, like the post, if you don't think he's good at something, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. But if you ask him, what do you want to do? And he keeps saying, I want to be an actor, I want to be a singer, then you gotta let it ride. You gotta let it ride. You have to, if your son is doing something positive, it's not your life. Fathers out there, it's not your life. Even if you think what he's doing wrong, even if he wanted to join the military and you think that's wrong, you could get hurt. It's not your life. It's not your life. You have to let them live their own life. They have to learn on their own whether something's going to work or not. That's the only way. That's so my advice to that father is, yeah, you might not think he good is good. You might think he sucks at singing and acting. That's just you. That's just you. Don't go around telling him that he sucks, because that could destroy him from trying to do anything else. Because the one, is it important to you that I believe in you?
Yeah, because right now I couldn't even be doing the podcast. I could be this doing something else right now. I personally, I do not want to play. I basically want hockey or anything or lacrosse, but I I could be playing it because he didn't believe in me in basketball. So I could be this scattered around trying to find other things to do. But I couldn't find them because let's say I first go to basketball. He didn't believe me. I went to soccer. He didn't believe me in that either. MLB, he doesn't believe me in that either. Flag football, he doesn't believe me in that either.
So
Lacrosse.
is it important that I
Yes.
believe in you? Okay.
Yes.
All
Very.
right. All right. So that is this episode of the Raising Carter podcast live. My man Carter right here. If you like this podcast, man, we're gonna try to do this. Would you like to do this on Saturdays? Because this is live.
Yes.
So
But
this
I.
is live on Facebook and YouTube. So would you, this is something you want to do?
Yes.
Uh,
I just want to say thank you for this video because he might not have been there in the first, but the highest we've had so far is 3 zeros, and he's been here, or she, or whatever this gender is. He's been here for almost the whole podcast, and thank you for someone who just joined.
All right, and we are. I'm sorry, we're out of here. You should have tuned in earlier. We're out of here. Peace.